Hello, everyone, and welcome to Daily English Dose. Today, we are going to talk about that tiredness, that feeling of procrastination you might be experiencing right now. Perhaps you're watching this video lying in bed, or perhaps you are glued to your phone, or maybe those tasks you need to finish, those projects you need to start, are constantly lingering in the back of your mind. I know that you are most likely carrying a constant feeling of guilt and regret. You feel disappointed because you know that all you needed to achieve those goals was just to start or just to keep going. And I know you want to break free from this cycle now. If you want to change your life, if you want to break this procrastination cycle, the first thing I will ask of you is very simple. Watch this video until the very end. Because if you cannot even finish this video, you cannot expect to manage your entire day, let alone change your life. By the end of this video, you will know exactly how to stop being lazy, how to break free from your phone addiction, how to create a simple plan to organize your life, and how to overcome the perfectionism trap to make real progress. It will be challenging, but remember, my dear friend, the only obstacle standing between your current self and your dream self is you. Let us begin. Understand the true face of laziness, confronting fear and overwhelm. Most of us call ourselves lazy. I am so lazy, that is why I cannot do anything. But often, what we perceive as laziness has a deeper underlying reason: fear or a feeling of overwhelm. We are not truly lazy. We are simply afraid to start. We are afraid of failing, of being judged, or of not being perfect. Or perhaps the task ahead seems so enormous that we do not know where to begin, and so we remain stuck. It is easy to label ourselves lazy because it allows us to dismiss the problem simply. But the problem is not that simple. Be kinder to yourself. Instead of blaming yourself, pause and reflect. What exactly is preventing me from starting this task right now? Perhaps it is the fear of doing something poorly, or the feeling that too many things are waiting for you. Action. Step. Now, think about the biggest task you are procrastinating on. Write down one single fear or concern that prevents you from starting that task. Just one. This is the first and most important step. Break free from the perfectionism trap. Good enough is enough. Perfectionism and procrastination often go hand in hand. We might think, if I cannot do something perfectly, it is better not to do it at all. This thought leads us into a significant trap. We wait for the perfect time, the perfect conditions, or the perfect mood to start a task, and that perfect moment never arrives. The result? We do nothing. You do not need to be perfect to make progress in life. Remember, good enough is enough. The important thing is simply to start. Even if you cannot finish a task 100% perfectly, completing 30% of it is much better than doing nothing at all. Action step: the minimum start. Rule: for any task you're putting off, promise yourself to complete only the first 5 to 10 minutes or the easiest first step. For example, do you need to do that assignment? Just open your computer and prepare your file. Do you need to exercise? Just put on your sports shoes. Do you need to tidy your house? Just put one item in its place. Our goal is not to finish, it is simply to start. Once you take that first step, the rest often follows naturally. Manage your energy wisely. Digital detox and setting boundaries. Our phones and social media are among the biggest thieves of our time and energy today. We spend hours looking at screens without realizing how time passes. Then we feel tired, drained, and as if we have accomplished nothing. This is a digital distraction loop. We jump from one app to another, consuming our mental energy unnecessarily. We are not truly lazy. We are simply expending our energy in the wrong places. Your phone is a tool, not a distraction. Reorganize your relationship with it. Action step: Create focus blocks. Dedicate specific periods during the day. For example, 45 minutes or 1 hour to only one task. During this time, silence your phone, place it in another room, or at least turn off its notifications. Use a timer. You will find it challenging at first, but with practice, you will get used to it. Bonus. Tip: truly rest. During your work breaks or at the end of the day, instead of scrolling on your phone, truly rest. Take a short walk, listen to music, read a book, or simply sit quietly. This allows you to recover your mental energy. Scrolling on your phone is not resting. It is simply doing another task. Small wins. Big motivation. Create a victory list. Achieving big goals can be daunting, but the path to that goal consists of countless small steps. And that small feeling of success you experience when completing each tiny step provides you with fuel to take the next one. We call this momentum. We become motivated as we succeed. We often focus on what we have not done, which decreases our motivation. Instead, focus on what you have done. Action step. Create a victory list. At the end of each day, or every night before bed, write down 3 to 5 small things you accomplished that day. This could be a major project task, or it could be something as simple as checking your emails, making your bed, or making a cup of tea. The important thing is to focus on what you did. These small victories send the message, "I can do it," to your mind and give you positive energy for the next day. Plan for the future, weekly map, and prepare your environment. Lack of planning leads to decision fatigue. Having to decide what to do every day consumes your mental energy and often leads to procrastination. Knowing what you need to do when you wake up in the morning allows you to start your day with more control. Daily plans can sometimes be overwhelming because we feel bad when things do not go as planned. Instead, let us try a more flexible approach. Action step: create a weekly map. At the beginning of each week, identify your top 3 main goals that you need to complete that week. These can be big tasks, for example, finish the first part of Project A, start learning a new language. Then break these big goals down into smaller, actionable steps and distribute them across different days of the week. Be flexible about which day you do them. The important thing is that these steps are completed by the end of the week. This provides you with direction and reduces your daily stress. Bonus. Tip: prepare your environment. One of the biggest reasons for laziness is the difficulty of starting a task. Reduce this difficulty. Prepare all your materials before you begin a task. Before bed, lay out your clothes for the next day. Organize your workspace. This way, when you wake up in the morning or return from a break, you can start working immediately. Fewer things to think about means fewer obstacles to getting started. Create commitment. Set fixed obligations for yourself. If you believe you are undisciplined, create external pressure for yourself. Think of it like a high school timetable. Your class hours were fixed and you had to be there. Creating these types of fixed commitments is an excellent way to push yourself. Action step: create appointments. Workout exercise. Appointments with friends. Arrange to study or work out with a friend at a specific time. You will be much more likely to go because you will not want to disappoint them. Places with closing times. Go to a place with a specific closing time, like a library, and tell yourself, "I will not leave until the library closes." This creates a simple deadline. Paid classes/courses. If you struggle to exercise, sign up for a paid fitness class. You will be less likely to skip since you have already paid for it. These types of fixed commitments remove the burden of deciding when or where to start. You simply act as if you have no choice, just like in high school. Conclusion: you do not have to be perfect to start. Remember, this is a journey, not a one-time event. Taking small steps every day is much better than taking no steps at all. You do not have to be perfect. You just have to start. Perhaps today, you will simply try to apply one single thing you learned in this video. That small step can be the beginning of a big change. Be patient with yourself, love yourself, and remember, changing your life is within your hands. Congratulations on making it this far in the video. This alone is proof of your potential to make that change. Boost your English learning and explore our other videos. Every step you take to improve yourself directly impacts your English learning journey. By applying the tips in this video, you will not only overcome laziness, but also utilize your time dedicated to English learning more efficiently. On the Daily English Dose channel, you can find many more useful videos to help you develop yourself and advance your English, while applying the strategies in this video to conquer laziness and achieve your goals. Do not forget to explore our other videos on the channel. Each video will offer you a new perspective while strengthening your English listening and comprehension skills. Many inspiring contents are waiting for you, which will enrich your English learning adventure and help you reach your goals faster. What touched you the most in this video? Which tip will you start applying in your life today? Share your thoughts or what this video made you feel in the comments below. Do not forget to type, "Today I am starting to work towards my goals." If you like this video, do not forget to leave a like and subscribe to our Daily English Dose channel, so you will be notified of our new useful content and English learning tips every week. Remember, consistent listening, confident speaking.